And now, live from Hollywood, California, all the way from Smokesylvania, it's the Count Smokula Show.
I like rap. She likes Rhapsody.
Bring out the map. Let's find some harmony.
Relax, there's no place to go. Come to the Count Smokula Show.
I like rock.
I like hillbilly. Look at the clock.
It's that time, you silly bee.
Relax, there's no place to go. Come to the Count Smokula Show. We have surprises.
We have guests.
We only have the very best.
Opinions to get off our chest.
So on with the flow of the Count Smokula Show.
I like pop.
I like R&B.
Please don't stop.
Bring out the comedy. Relax, there's no place to go. Come to the Count Smokula Show. Come to the Count Smokula, Count Smokula, Count Smokula Show.
Well, you wouldn't believe it, but we're back here on the public access. It's been a long time. We took a long, people say a vacation. It's been like 2.5 years. I haven't done a public access show of my own. I've been a guest on several. And I've been around the world like you wouldn't believe it. The Count, you know, your friend the Count, your friend and mine went to the Cannes Film Festival over in France, to the Sundance Film Festival with the Troma Dance, to the Rock City Music Awards, the LA Music Awards. You call this a vacation, folks? No. The Count has been doing his thing. The nightlife, unbelievable. Around Hollywood, you see the bands. I was performing with the White Trash Debutantes, with the Insecto Circus. Every place there's a hopping scene. The Count is finding himself around. And a lot of people are saying, you know, Count, your show full of tomatoes all the time. And I figured this time, since we're coming back, we'll take a break from the tomatoes, make an all-man show. Why not? Just to show we're really macho kind of guys. And we've got some great guests on this show today. The unbelievable talents of Mr. Danny Hamilton with JR, the guitar wizard. But they call him a guitar wizard, something like this. The wonder, the great wonder. The what?
Guitar outlaw.
The guitar outlaw. You know why? Because he's not an in-law, he's an outlaw. Speaking of in-laws, I got my grandma, Yapenskaya. She made me mental soup, you wouldn't believe, with some yak balls and bat brains that gave me more energy than I've had in about 300 years. You wouldn't believe it. I also brought a great... Would you stop cracking up with yourself? The Hillbilly Song. I got a great guest here, too. Al Bowman, the head, the executive producer of the NAARAP, the North American Academy of Recording Artists and Producers. But first, I want to tell you something. I have been getting email letters. I'm now with the emails, like you wouldn't believe. It's true. And today I got a letter, an email from Yahoo, my internet provider, that says, if I read this thing right, in about a month, they're going to start charging me for services which were heretofore free. And so I just went crazy. I thought this is wrong, because when it's free, it's something great. When you got to pay, it's okay too. But it made me feel like getting back to my roots, leaving the city, forgetting the internet, going back to the woods, and being the hillbilly that I used to be back in Smokesylvania. And I want to sing this song for you now about what it was like being a Smokesylvanian hillbilly redneck. Watch me now. Ha, ha, ha. Home in Smokesylvania, everybody's happy, complaining about the weather that always seems so crappy, talking about the birdies, talking about the bees. They're living in the mountains, just like hillbillies. Yahoo! Home in Smokesylvania, everything is great. They're talking about the squirrels and the possums that we ate. Chasing the tomatoes all through the fields. Milk a cow and milk a girl. See how great it feels. Yahoo! Tell me I'm just a redneck. I am a redneck's son. I ride my beat-up tractor. I have my old shotgun. So don't you mess with me. I'll show you a thing or two. I'm a Smokesylvanian hillbilly. Redneck for the red, white, and blue. Yahoo! Yeah! I liked myself. What did you think? This was something great, huh? This was telling the truth, and we showed those Yahoo people what it's like to be a redneck. We're going to take our internet back and make it free again. In the meantime, just before I bring on the great Al Bowman, I want to read a little article here from the Bible, the Weekly World News. Where is the cover? I don't know. They messed it up, but you get it here. This tells the truth, the whole truth, and maybe something of the truth. The story is, when I was in the Cannes Film Festival, I experienced a lot of, how we say, the French girls, they didn't go like the American girls. They removed their tops, and it was like Count Smokula in Silicon Valley, like you wouldn't believe. And then when I read this story here, it touched my heart. This company called, I forget the name, but they got Frodo, was a Chinese pug. He was neutered. He received a set of the soft and squeezable replacements of his testicles. They call them nudicles, naturals, and this would make him feel great. Did you get it in the monitor, this thing? You got the picture? The company, they sell silicone testicle implants for neutered dogs. He feels like his old self again. Okay, I think that's enough of that. You like that? Listen, I just want, we're running already from the time because the show is so groovy. I want to introduce my good friend, a good friend of the shows, a man who's created the Los Angeles Music Awards, who's achieved national publicity through his own great Chihuahua, Max, who was taken by the law for being walked without a leash, etc., etc. He'll tell you more. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Al Bowman, the head executive of the NAARAP. Al, welcome to the program.
Oh, well, it's good to be here. And, LA Music Awards, 12th year now.
12th year.
12th year, and we are a not-for-profit now as a music academy.
You got a 501(c)(3)
We do.
etc.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. And NARUP is what it's called. It's short for the North American Academy of Recording Artists and Producers. Basically, all we're trying to do is take the independents who haven't experienced a lot of commercial success, or maybe none at all, and create the same type of umbrella group that the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences has. And unlike them,
that's the Grammy Awards.
and their sanctimonious head of operations there, Mr. Michael Green, we embrace the internet. And we feel that if 98 to 99% of artists support it to use to build a fan base for themselves, then we certainly embrace that idea.
How would you see the young artists using the internet now?
Well, I mean, you can put all your songs on a website and make them downloadable for anybody who's interested. And this thereby helps you build a fan base. You might not make any money at it, but at least you've got people listening to your music. And in the end, that's all artists really want, is that people are actually listening. And that's what NARUP does. We listen to everything that comes through. And, we have to sift through a lot of, very lousy stuff to get to the really, really good stuff. But, we've seen in 12 years 36 artists get signed after winning and awarded our show. Because remember, our show, this event, is about the merit of music. It has nothing to do with commercial success.
This is great.
Most of our artists haven't sold anything, but we judge it based on the quality of the lyrical content and the production value, the engineering, the melodies, the vocals, the strength of the vocals, and all that stuff. So,
because everybody has to start somewhere, and
Right.
that's why all the musicians come to the Hollywood of the California
That's
to
right.
get discovered.
That's correct. That's
And
correct.
NARUP is the organization that can help discover them. Is that?
Well,
the case?
we nurture and develop them We have the only weekly event on the Sunset Strip that does not charge artists or a cover charge or anything to be there. The only one.
Where does this take place?
That's Sunday nights at the Rainbow up on Sunset Boulevard on the Strip there.
Absolutely free.
Absolutely free to the artists. So we give the artists a place to play where they don't have to pre-sale tickets and give money to the club, and we don't even charge people to get in. So we've been building a night, and we've discovered some great talent. And what we want to do is find the talent there and then put them into the nomination process and help them along. Because NARUP has a board of directors that has some very powerful people in it, and these people are already very well off. So what they're doing is they're trying to give something back through a nonprofit, and I think it's a great thing. You know?
And how would, it is a great thing, and how would somebody who's picking a tune want to get on the showcase? How would they get on it?
We've had a lot of feature articles written about us, and we solicit the bands to send their material into the NARUP post office box address so that we can pick it up and then sift through it and find the good stuff, and then call the artists and invite them down to play.
That's
and,
great.
You know, the guys you're going to see today are two guys that answered our NARUP ads and sent their music into the Academy, and we listened to it and said, boy, you know, these are great artists. They did not know each other before meeting at our showcase. Now they're playing together. And that's what we're all about. We're developing these guys.
This is like love. Simon and
Well,
Garfunkel.
not quite. We have no proprietary interest in the careers of the artists. You know, a lot of these board of directors members that we have, you know, they have plenty of money, and they want to name scholarships after themselves.
Let's
And that's what
talk
we're gonna
about
do.
the scholarships. Well, the scholarships, I understand, for young children to develop their musical abilities.
Correct.
Is this correct?
Correct. Like, well, if you take our CEO, Bruce Wisner, he, you know, is a Vail resident, worked for years in the trading business, a stock trader and all that. And he has put together this group of heavyweights from the financial services industry who are in turn going to put up money to give to kids to send them to music school. So what my job is to get these performing arts magnet schools together, get their top candidates that they feel will be the best, most successful composers of the future, and then narrow it down to a field of, say, 10, put them into the LA Music Awards process, and see if we can't give away 3 or 4 scholarships and send these kids to music school.
This is something great. And how would they could contact me, because we can't give too much information on the show, but they can contact Count Smokula. We'll give the email address at the end of the program, and you can get more information for NARUP and how to get scholarships for the children. For example, what age would they be?
Well, I think the kids age 12 to 16 would be our most viable candidates for a scholarship to go to a performing arts school and learn musical composition, because, you know, with all due respect to the digital era, we want kids who are actually learning real instruments, string instruments, you know, keyboard instruments, drums, not drum machines, not, you know, turntables and making scratching sounds. We want kids who are really, really making music.
This is great. And then they would learn music, they would go on the showcases,
Sure.
and then they could go to the finals and become finalists.
If they can record a CD, you know, even a 3-song demo CD gets a lot of attention from us. You know, we listen to everything that comes through.
This is
So,
great.
Yeah, it's
This
a good.
is great.
It's a good thing.
You know what? We got a little PSA, a public service announcement about mentor program, the mentor program that would teach literacy. And
Right.
this is similar
to what we're doing.
This
Right.
is right, because this is the way society would develop, by helping our young people
That's right.
to get ahead in reading, writing, and rock and roll. Okay, let's watch the PSA. We'll be back with more with the great Al Bowman and also Danny Hamilton and the Guitar Outlaw.
Young people across California are eagerly awaiting the opportunity to work with a mentor.
Your positive
I had a
influence in
feeling.
a child's life is imperative in stimulating their goals and ambitions.
A mentor is a wise and trusted teacher that provides a positive role model along with support, advice, and friendship.
Most importantly, mentoring works.
The governor and I realize California's young people are the future of our state.
5 years ago, my husband and I founded the Story Project. Our organization is an after-school program that improves upon the writing and communication skills learned in classrooms every day. Volunteer to be a mentor and be a part of the story.
For more information about mentoring programs in your community, call 1-888-80-MENTOR.
That's 1-888-80-MENTOR.
Yeah, this PSA, you like this?
I think that was a very, very good educational PSA.
It was educational, and it was made by a good friend of mine, the great director, Mr. Todd Feldestein, and the music provided by my nephew, Smokey Miles. It was something great.
Talented guy. He used to do a Dylan thing. I used to catch that act.
I heard of him. So, Al, what's been shaking with you? We'll talk a little.
Just you know, the usual mayhem and madness. But I've been wanting to ask you, how is the Countess?
The Countess. Which one?
Well, you have the Italian Countess Smokulina,
Yeah.
and then you have the Greek Countess Smokulopoulos,
Smokulopoulos, yeah.
and then you have a Smokey Jr.
You've been following my adventures.
Yes,
a
you've
lot.
been all over the world.
Well-
You're quite a Smokula bigamist,
That's,
actually.
no,
So
no. I would only have one at a time. The last one left me because greener pastures was awaiting. So now the Count needs some new love interest in his life to spark his heart and keep things flowing. If you know anybody, send them your way. Send them my way. I heard you was lonely too, and you.
Oh yeah, you know, it's hell being an executive in this town and just looking wealthy.
The Hollywood,
know.
the Hollywood scenarios and everything.
It is.
But now you discovered a couple of guys. Well, you were talking about it.
I did, yes, and we discover new people every week. But what we found with these two gentlemen here is that they have that Americana style of music that they're doing. You know, you'll notice at the Grammys that that "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" soundtrack, which had sold close to 5 million albums, which I had no idea how successful that soundtrack really was. But that music was so Americana, it really went back to the roots of blues rock, and portrayed a group of guys from the 1930s who were playing blues music. You know,
But did they have a banjo on that one?
they had a banjo.
Guess who was playing it?
See, I've heard
I'm
you're
not
like
admitting-
215 years old.
No,
but
I've been around, Al. I have played with all the greats.
What a century is
And
now.
I taught them all their songs. You wouldn't believe it. The Beatles, the Rolling Bones, everything.
Now, is there a common problem, though? Because a lot of people tell me that Count Smokula and Count Chocula are the same guy. Now, what's up with that?
So I don't know this Chocula guy. I heard he was in a box of cereal with milk. But personally, I don't swim in a box of, in a bowl of milk with no cereal, nothing. He may be some distant relation like the Dracula guy. He was a cousin of mine. He used to go to all the same weddings, bar mitzvahs, everything back in, he was from Transylvania, my people from Smokesylvania. It was a different country. We used to be in Europe.
Okay, did the Smokula family actually, is it true that you guys actually owned a smokehouse and made, you know, like smoked meats and smoked
Close.
salmon and
Close.
smoked tobacco and
Well,
smoked, you know.
There was a hide tanning factory in the family. And a lot of
That
people
would be in the old country.
No, they moved it to Hollywood. A lot of people go to the hide tanning factory to get their hides tanned. There's big hot lights, and they lay there for about 45 minutes, and that's it. They go, everybody happy. Listen, Al, I
your
think
reverence.
we're running from the time. Look,
Okay.
we got a couple of really talented characters here.
We
They're
do.
going to play Americana. Who we got here? Danny
Okay,
Hamilton,
yeah,
right?
we got Danny Hamilton and JR, the guitar outlaw. Both these guys, JR was discovered on the streets of New Orleans, Jackson Square. Danny is just a guy that read one of our emails posted on one of many chat rooms and decided to send us a response and say, I'd like to participate in the showcase. They met, I guess, about a month ago, and now they're jamming together, and this is just a fantastic tune they're going to do called American. And ironically, it was written 2 years before the tragedy of 9/11, but I think it has a relevance now more than ever, and we'd like to check them out.
True Americana. Danny Hamilton and JR the Guitar Outlaw.
Well, I woke up this morning, it was a bright sunny day, but the tears in my eyes blindly trust. But if you pray in school today, it should have caused a fuss. We're living on stolen land. It's the American way. Do not as I do, but always do what I say. I'm proud to be American. I am proud to be a human being. Yeah, well, hey, I wanna thank the Lord above because I just live to see another day. Yeah. So you wanna have a drink? Well, 18 doesn't fly. But here, have another cigarette. We'll send you off to die. You're crying 'cause you killed a man. Oh, maybe you killed a few. Well, let's say that's alright. If Uncle Sam told you to. Hey, I wanna be a proud American. Rather be a human being. Yeah, well, hey, I wanna thank the Lord above because I just live to see another day. Well, you might say that I'm too young to play this game, and I don't know where I'm coming from. I don't know what I'm saying. Well, you might be right and you might be wrong. But how many more young lives should we lose to the drug? Tell me honestly. And fueled in pride, and I cried a million tears for all the innocents that died. But I feel ashamed to live in a land without a faith. It seems everybody here needs spiritual strength. So what can we do? Could we ever make a change? Take the ignorance and selfishness and make it go away. Well, it's sad but true. They care about themselves, not you. You get up on your feet and show what a kind-hearted spiritual American I can do. I wanna be a proud American. I am rather be a human man. Yeah, well, hey, I wanna thank the Lord above because I just live to see another day. Be down.
This was something great. This was great. Danny, can you come up here and the JR, the Outlaw? Why not if there's room? We'd love to have you up here. This was a wonderful song. They're going to have to mic him up. He's going to have to run. But so
Well, they represent what NARP's all about there, Smokey. We want to find the people who are struggling at the grassroots level, working to get noticed and hoping to be noticed, and with a chance to be seen and heard by industry folks who can maybe help them.
Hey, Danny, sit
job,
down,
Danny.
sit
Have a
down.
seat
Good
there,
work,
Danny.
good
All
work.
right, all right.
That beautiful song.
Thank you very
Beautiful song. Are you mic'd up at all? Do we have anything on you? Oh, You can be hired.
That's good.
Danny, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. So it was a lovely song.
Thank you.
Where are you from originally?
Born and raised Torrance, California.
Torrance, California. And what inspired you to write this song about America, about patriotism, about being proud to be an American, which is a very great thing. I came all the way from Smoksylvania. I'm proud to be an American. You're born here. You're proud to be an American. Tell me.
Okay, well, actually, the song is more about being proud about things other than what part of the globe you're actually located on. Like, proud to be human, proud to be, a kind individual, proud to be alive, proud to be able to see and talk and hear and walk and things like that.
Ah, such great depth, Smokula.
This man he has a deer in the headlights look, but he's a great individual, a thinker, a prophet, a social reformer, and this is great. And you perform around town.
Yes.
This is great, all over. Different clubs and Narup Showcase.
That's right, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
JR, we're running, unbelievable. The show is going so fast because it's so much fun. You're not a stranger to the Count Smokula show. You was one of the great pilgrims to Smokulas many years ago.
5 years ago.
About 500 years ago or something like that. What you been doing with yourself?
I've been resurrected. I went down to New Orleans and made a deal with the devil, and now I'm here and back in Hollywood and found the
Your
greatest
cousin.
singer on the planet right here.
You saw your cousin Lucifer.
I didn't really make a deal with the devil, but it was with Marie Laveau, the voodoo
The
princess.
medieval of because you probably did, because you played some enormously hot licks on this
Thanks.
particular
Thank you.
segment, and we're happy you're playing with the great Danny Hamilton. We wish you had a guitar in your hand now. Perhaps Mr. Andrew, who's not doing anything, can move his buttocks, bring these gentlemen guitars so we can have a little jam to end our program, and do a little Smoksylvanian music here.
You are so talented, Smokey, that you represent all the great artists in this town.
Well, thank you too much, Al. This is much too kind of you. I think you're saying it only because you're a guest on my show. However, we
No,
want
but
to...
who plays accordion? Look at this thing.
Well, it's the great Squeezebox.
nice.
This was the instrument of Smoksylvania. We want to thank everybody for being here. We had a wonderful program. We hope you enjoyed it. Send your email to me. I'll give you more information about NAA, Sure, why not? The great Al Bowman. Thank you,
Thank you,
Al.
thank you very much.
The great Danny Hamilton.
Thank you, JR, the
Of course, JR, the guitar outlaw, the devilish fellow himself. And we'll do a little Smoksylvanian music on the way out. See you next time and be natural.